How'd it go last night? You came back pretty late.
Pretty well, Lorenzo. I went out with Sarah for a walk in the spooky woods, and she talked about Druidism a bit.
Really? You went out there? I have heard strange things going on out there. Even the Druids have been avoiding the forest at night time now.
Oh, you don't believe those stories. It was quite magical under the moonlight.
Oh no. I know that look on your face.
What?
You're really going to dive headlong into this, aren't you?
Perhaps. Druids are intriguing.
The Druids? Or Sarah?
Fine, fine. But I'm also curious about the Druids. It sounds so much more fun than the church stuff I did as a kid.
Okay. Then get to know the other folks too. Not just Sarah.
Do you know the others well?
Not well. I'm not a druid, you know. I just date one.
Okay, but besides your Thomas and Sarah, what are the others like?
Oh, I don't know. I think there are 6 or 7 others. You should probably meet Andrea and Craig. They seem more open to answering your million questions.
I guess I do ask a lot of questions.
From the little I understand, that means you'll fit in with the Druids. They never seem to agree on answers though.
Well, I've got to run. I'm having coffee with Sarah today. Wish me luck. There you are, Sarah. How are you?
Oh, fine. I thought that your experience last night might have scared you off.
Well, you certainly tried to spook me.
Sorry, just having some fun. The look on your face was priceless. I should behave better. I've even scared away the Mormons from visiting my house anymore.
Well, I'm still here, and I'm afraid I still have a lot of questions.
Well, bring them on inside. We can get some Moonbucks coffee and talk. This was great coffee. I love working here.
You know, I'm glad that I found the Druids. You aren't in the phone book or easy to find. I know you aren't a cult, but are you a secret society?
No, we just don't really care about recruiting. We're all just really busy with studying and everything. If people hear about us, or ask us, like you did, then we'll explain it. As you know, there are many intolerant folks who wish to hurt people from minority faiths, so members don't go around yelling it on street corners. We're not secret, and many members are very open about their membership. But that is their choice.
How long have you been a member?
Just about 5 years now.
Do you have any other religious affiliations?
I'm a practicing Catholic, just got back from Mass this morning, good girl that I am. And yoga has a spiritual role in my life. How about you?
Not sure I had a distinct tradition when I was growing up. Generally a Christian, I suppose. Now, I guess I'm one of those spiritual, but not religious types you hear about.
I understand that well.
Anyway, about last night, I think we left off on the beliefs of the Reformed Druids.
Oh, yes. Well, the only things that all of us can agree on are the 2 basic tenets.
Are they difficult?
Actually, they are easy and they aren't very long. You know, with help from my yoga practice, I think I could stand on one leg and recite them both to you.
Now, that's something I'd like to see.
Okay, ready? Don't blink. Here they come.
I'm listening.
1. The object of the search for religious truth, which is a universal and a never-ending search, may be found through the Earth Mother, which is nature. But this is one way, yea, one way among many. 2. And great is the importance, which is of a spiritual importance, of nature, which is the Earth Mother. For it is one of the objects of creation, and with it we do live, yea. Even as we do struggle through life, we come face to face with it.
That was it. That's pretty short.
Not easy to recite them on one leg though. Many initial declarations of belief are actually quick to say. However, coming to that point may take a long time. But when they are sincerely stated, they mark an important first step of a druid on their own long journey.
Well, that's true, but many faiths also require a baptism, rite of passage or period of training, right?
Yes. Folks can attend our events and services without joining, if they wish. Even take a year or two. No hurry.
That's good. I am a bit cautious, you know, and want to be certain before making any commitments.
That's fine, really. I was rushed into it by a pushy boyfriend. Long ugly story short, dropped the jerk, kept the druids. Two of my better decisions yet.
Good for you.
Thanks. Right, so, when those folks are ready to become a Reformed Druid of the First Order, they affirm those two basic tenets, and then drink the waters of life that have been blessed by a Third Order. At one of our services.
Back up for a moment. What are the waters of life?
That's the English translation of the Gaelic word for whiskey, ushkabeha. When a mixture of whiskey and water is blessed at a service and shared, it is called the waters of life. The ancient Celts invented whiskey a few thousand years ago, and it is a very potent spirit.
What if I don't drink alcohol or don't like whiskey?
Not a problem. You can either smell it, gaze into the cup, or we'll pour it on your head.
Works for me. So there are 3 orders of Reformed Druidry.
Yes, the First Order is like the general membership. Almost everyone in Reformed Druidism has entered the First Order. People who wish to assist with the services or take on responsibilities will likely want to also enter the Second Order, someday. When someone feels a calling to lead and mentor new members, then they are headed for the Third Order soon.
Ah, are you a Third Order Druid then, Sarah?
No, I'm a First Order Druid. I'm just not interested in running a group or leading a service now. Maybe someday, I'll feel a vocation to do more. But I don't want to hurry.
Is a Third Order Druid better than a First Order Druid?
I'm not sure what you are asking. Third Order Druids have taken on more duties, work and responsibility for our activities. But no one's opinion is more valued than anyone else's, as long as the argument is sound.
I know a lot of faiths have seminary schools. Does one have to take a training class to move between those orders?
Not in our grove, but some related druid groups have training classes. We expect druids to learn and grow on their own, asking their own questions. Occasionally, they seek help from a mentor. 2 priests rarely follow the same pathway to the Third Order, but Jody could explain that process better than I. However, the two basic tenets are the only things that everyone has to know. The rest is, well, just custom and traditions.
I hate to ask, but could you go back and explain the two tenets? The language was frankly a bit confusing.
Oh yeah. The original founders often imitated the language of the King James Bible. There is no official interpretation, but I can give you my understanding. Let's begin with the first tenet, first clause, the object of the search for religious truth, or whatever you're seeking from religion, be it Christian, grace, or Buddhist, nirvana, and so on. Some in our Druidic tradition refer to this as awareness.
Sure, most people wish to grow wiser and find a better way of life and understanding.
Right, perfectly natural. Thus, the first tenet continues, which is a universal and a never-ending search. Anyway, we think that understanding may be found through the Earth Mother, which is nature.
That might be a controversial bit for Christians.
Well, I think since we're surrounded by nature, are part of it, and live in it, it's a natural source for inspiration.
So, the material can influence our conceptions of the abstract.
Couldn't put it better myself. We also aren't claiming that nature is the only inspiration. It just works well for us. But this is one way, yea, one way among many.
That's the first tenet then. Nature can help us in our search for awareness.
Yes, basically. Halfway through the tenets. Now the second tenet begins, and great is the importance, which is of a spiritual importance, of nature, which is the Earth Mother. In other words, nature is spiritually important.
So it just means Mother Nature.
If you wish. Now the next part says that the Earth Mother, or Mother Nature, is one of the objects of creation. I ignore that part usually, but the founders were mostly Episcopalian, and it fit in with their worldview, and so they put that in.
I see.
Almost done. Let's wrap it up. And with it we do live, yea, even as we do struggle through life or we come face to face with it. Basically, not only is nature a source for inspiration, it's one that can be hard to ignore. So don't. That's it, we're done.
Just to sum up tenet 2, nature is a prominent part of our life and can help us figure things out in our spirituality.
Sure, that works.
It's still hard to remember it all.
For now, just try to remember the shorthand version. Nature is good, and nature is good.
You folks are really minimalist, aren't you?
As a group, yes. But you should know that some individual druids have built extremely complicated belief systems beyond the basic tenets, like Craig. But yes, those two simple statements are all that really binds us together.
This would be that. Less is more, style you mentioned.
That's what Andrea always says. It's her mantra for Druidism. Oh dear. It is noon already.
Sure. Maybe my next questions should go to Andrea. Anyway, my Sunday is open.
All right. Well, good talking with you. See you around, okay?
Take care.